Hey guys, so today I wanted to give some advice for childbirth. And this is going to be advice for actual birth, so like labor and delivery, and maybe a little bit of postpartum advice as well. So the first piece of advice I would give is to go in with absolutely no expectations. It's okay to read about birth and to watch other people's birth videos and to hear other experiences, but everyone's experience is different, and if you go in there expecting a series of events, you're either going to end up really confused or pretty disappointed. The second piece of advice I would give is that labor isn't something that you do. It's something that your body does. It's very much an out-of-body experience. I really don't know how to explain this, but think as a female, your period just happens, your body does it, and you have to react to it and take care of it, but you don't actively start your period. Birth is kind of the same way. Your body starts it and your body does it, and you're just kind of there along for the ride. And somebody told me that before I went into labor, and it didn't make much sense to me. But now, after being through labor, it makes perfect sense, and I understand it completely. And the third thing I would say is to trust your doctors. You need to trust your doctors completely. As I said before, when labor starts, there's really nothing you can do. You're kind of at the mercy of your body. And you need to be with someone or around someone, your midwife, your home birth coach, you need to be with someone that you completely and totally trust. I was pretty scared about this part because I don't really trust doctors, but when I got there and I got into labor, people were explaining things to me. They were nice, they were wonderful. I felt completely loved, and I trusted my doctor, whose name was Katie. She was amazing. She explained everything. She was extremely thorough. I trusted her completely. I panicked a bit when his heart rate went down, but I trusted her, and I knew that if I was going to have an emergency C-section, I trusted her completely. I'm glad I didn't have to have a C-section, but I was no longer afraid in that moment of a C-section. I just wanted my baby to be okay. And I trusted her to make that judgment call since I was at the mercy of labor. Now for postpartum, the greatest thing that I could say would be that you're going to be bedridden, basically. And you're going to have to let someone take care of you, and you're going to need to let someone take care of you. And depending on your personality, this can be really hard. The first 3 days after giving birth, I had to have help going to the bathroom. So I had to have someone help get me out of bed. I had so many stitches and it was awful. I had to have someone help walk me to the bathroom, and I was shaking. I would just shake. Some of that in the first day was the drugs getting out of my system. So I would just shake, and there were times when I stand up and I would immediately start peeing because I couldn't stop. I had no control of those muscles down there, and somebody had to clean that up, and that is really humbling. It's super humbling, and even when I went home after the first 3 days in the hospital, my husband still had to take care of me. My mom came over and took care of me. I was kind of helpless, and I didn't expect that. I'm a very independent person, and I'm used to doing things for myself, and my husband is used to me taking care of myself. He's not used to taking care of me. Now, of course, he jumped on the opportunity and he didn't complain about it, but it took some getting used to just being at the mercy of the people you love and having them take care of you. And the second thing I would say is they never tell you it takes 6 weeks for your body to get back to normal, and that's true. I'm on week 4, he's 4 weeks old right now, and my body is completely trashed still. Like, it's getting better slowly. I can see little changes, but it is not the same body in any way, shape, or form that I had before I got pregnant, or even while pregnant. I would say that you need to tell yourself that you're not going to look at your body and you're not going to judge your body until that 6-week postpartum visit. So they tell you it takes 6 weeks, so I'm giving myself 6 weeks until I'm going to take a look at my body and see what I can do to help it get back to my original pre-birth, pre-pregnancy weight. Another thing that was hard for me in postpartum was having a messy house. I'm a very neat person. I'm very organized. As soon as I make dinner, I do the dishes. I'm that kind of person. And I wasn't able to do that, of course, because someone was taking care of me. And my husband does not have the same cleanliness standards as I do. And I shouldn't expect him to have the same standards. And now that it's 4 weeks, I can get up and do things now. I just stuff him in here and he falls asleep. I'm getting better, but I'm trying to have a new normal. And the new normal is that not everything's going to be clean, not everything's going to be perfect. I need to be okay with that and just let it go. Because my first responsibility isn't to take care of my house, it's to take care of this little baby, and that's what's going to matter in 10 years. Not that I had a clean house, it's not going to matter at all. What's going to matter is if I took care of him and made sure that he has what he needs. And I try to make that my #1 priority right now. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little tip video and got to see my little baby, and he's so cute. I plan on doing some videos, like 1 month, 2 month updates, just to show like how he grows and everything. And let me know if you guys have any tips for labor, delivery, or postpartum, or what you thought of my tips, and if you think they're useful, if you've been through birth before. You guys have a great day. Bye.